Okay guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Bad Joey here again with another video, and today we are talking about what's going on with Hogwarts Legacy. First, let's talk about how the Harry Potter RPG Hogwarts Legacy hit with a big delay. Developer Avalanche Software confirms a big release date delay for the upcoming and highly anticipated Harry Potter RPG Hogwarts Legacy. Ever since the first gameplay footage of the Harry Potter RPG Hogwarts Legacy leaked online, there's been a great deal of hype for the game. After all, the Harry Potter franchise has never really had a proper AAA video game made for it, and so many fans have been excited to see what it's all about. After months of rumors and speculations, Hogwarts Legacy was finally announced for a 2022 release date, but unfortunately, the game has been pushed back. Hogwarts Legacy developer Avalanche Software has confirmed that the game will no longer be releasing in 2021. The new Hogwarts Legacy release date is sometime in 2022, though a specific release date or month was not revealed. Avalanche Software didn't offer much explanation as to why it needed to delay Hogwarts Legacy, beyond that the delay will give the studio more time to make sure the game lives up to the expectations. In its message announcing the delay, Avalanche Software thanked fans for their support of the Portkey Games label game, and for the positive buzz that it's enjoyed since the announcement trailer. It also included an image of wizards looking at the Ollivander's wand shop, though it's unclear if this is meant to be an in-game image or be representative of what players can expect from the final game. While Harry Potter fans are likely disappointed to learn that Hogwarts Legacy release date has been delayed to 2022, others may prefer it to be so. Many games have released too early over the years, launching with bugs and a slew of technical issues that have soured public opinion on them. This delay will ensure that Hogwarts Legacy avoids a similar fate and is able to live up to the hype. Hopefully, Avalanche Software keeps fans interested by releasing new Hogwarts Legacy details in the months ahead. Since the first official Hogwarts Legacy trailer was released during a PlayStation 5 presentation, perhaps future reveals will also take place during a PlayStation State of Play events. Then again, maybe Warner Bros. Will have its E3 press conference that it intended on hosting last year, and fans can look forward to more Hogwarts Legacy news at that event. Whatever the case may be, Harry Potter fans will need to keep themselves busy with the existing Portkey titles, which include Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells, Wizards Unite, and the controversial Hogwarts Mystery. In the meantime, they can look forward to 2022 being especially a big year for the franchise, as not only will it see the release of Hogwarts Legacy, but it will also see the new Fantastic Beasts movie premiere in theaters as well. Moving on, let's talk about the Harry Potter problem in Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy looks like a dream come true for hardcore fans of the franchise, but how will the game hold up without the titular Harry Potter? Many fans of the Harry Potter franchise were thrilled once they saw the announcement of Hogwarts Legacy. Despite its rich backstory full of lore, there hasn't been much exploration of the wizarding world outside of the Harry Potter era. While this game seeks to scratch that itch for hardcore fans, it will be interesting to see how well it performs without the titular character, Harry Potter. This wouldn't be the first time that the franchise stepped away from the boy who lived, but typically other stories it has told at least connect to Harry Potter in some way, whereas this seems like it won't. It doesn't take an eagle-eyed observer to notice that Hogwarts Legacy is completely lacking the Harry Potter prefix. Set in the late 1800s, this game will take place more than a century before Harry Potter was even born, and even Dumbledore will only have been a young boy at the time of the story. In terms of the characters from the original 7 books, Dumbledore seems like the only one old enough to make an appearance, and he certainly wouldn't be playing the role of wise mentor like he does in other forms of media. So really, we're talking about Harry Potter without Harry Potter. Hogwarts Legacy may be testing the strength of the franchise without its chosen one to back it up, but it already has something to go off of. There have actually already been numerous instances of the wizarding world being explored outside of the Harry Potter story, with perhaps the most recognizable instance being the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The movies tell the story of Newt Scamander, a magizoologist and famed author of the book by the same title of the movie. Though his primary concern is the fantastic beast that he studies and cares for, he does get mixed up in the machinations of the evil wizard Grindelwald. Outside of that, there are other games as well that don't focus on Harry Potter. On mobile, players of Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery create their own character and interact with the Hogwarts students from the 80s. Many of these names are mentioned in the Harry Potter books and movies, but they aren't central characters. Finally, Harry Potter Wizards Unite takes place after the events of the books, and although Harry and friends are characters in the game, they are not the main focus. All of this goes to show that the wizarding world has enough staying power without Harry Potter to at least draw some attention, but it isn't clear whether that will be enough to let Hogwarts Legacy succeed. In that sense, would Hogwarts Legacy appeal to a wide audience? Even if brand recognition fails to catapult Hogwarts Legacy to success, thanks to J.K. Rowling's reputation, it could actually hurt sales in a way, it would appeal to a wide audience for a number of other reasons. For starters, it features RPG mechanics that hardcore gamers tend to love. These things are enough to draw fans into games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and if implemented correctly, they'll certainly attract players to Hogwarts Legacy. It's also a unique take on magic in an RPG. In most cases, players can use magic to supplement other abilities, or they can choose to focus on it in a limited sort of way. In Hogwarts Legacy, all characters will primarily be magic users, and the customization comes into play based on what kinds of magic the player wants to use. There have been games that have tried to accomplish this sort of thing, but none that are as high profile as promising as Hogwarts Legacy. This brings us to talk about Hogwarts and Harry Potter. Despite not including the character or even the name Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy still has the marketing power of the most famous wizarding school in history, Hogwarts. Some fans would have liked to see this type of game feature another wizarding school, but it's likely that the choice was made to stick with Hogwarts since it is well known even by casual fans. If the game was titled Beauxbaton Legacy, for example, there's a huge audience that would have no idea about the wizarding school in France and wouldn't realize that this is in fact a Harry Potter game. In all the aforementioned forms of Harry Potter media without Harry Potter, they all share a common bond in Hogwarts. Though Newt Scamander's adventures take place in America, where the primary wizarding school is Ilvermorny, he himself went to Hogwarts and talks about it in the movies. Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery sees players take their own custom character through 7 years of school at Hogwarts, and Harry Potter Wizards Unite also features Hogwarts prominently in the story and events. It could be argued that the school itself is more iconic than the boy who lived, and that will almost certainly be enough to draw in casual fans. Alright guys, here's what's going on in Hogwarts Legacy. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, make sure to subscribe for more daily videos like this one and drop us a like to support the channel. See you in the next video.